Top 10 foods to save you from relentless leg cramps, even those that strike in the dead of night. Ever been jolted awake by agony radiating through your legs, muscles seized and unyielding? You're definitely not the only one. But have you ever wondered if the real solution isn't buried in a pill bottle, but lurking on your dinner plate? For many seniors, leg cramps are more than just a nuisance. They're a nightly torment, an exhausting ordeal that often goes unsolved. Imagine, though, that a handful of foods could help quiet your restless muscles, let your blood flow freely, and maybe, just maybe, banish those midnight cramps for good. In this video, I'm going to uncover the top 10 foods with real scientific evidence behind them. Foods that might just keep you out of the pharmacy and on your feet longer. Some of these you might find in your kitchen already, others you won't see coming. Before I drag you into the darkness of this list, tell me, where are you watching from? Let me know in the comments. Your questions or stories are always welcome. And if you're intent on aging without surrender and keeping your strength the natural way, smash that subscribe button and join Health 365. You may need all the allies you can get. Let's begin our descent with bananas. Why do these golden fruits haunt lists for leg cramp prevention? Bananas are loaded with potassium, the silent conductor behind muscle contractions and nerve transmissions. When potassium sinks low, those screaming, paralyzing leg cramps strike with a vengeance, especially as night falls. As people get older, it's common for muscle mass and hydration levels to decline, but bananas provide an easy way to address these changes. Why does potassium matter for cramping? When your potassium drops, muscles become more sensitive to nerve messages, which can trigger involuntary cramps. Potassium helps balance things out alongside sodium and magnesium, ensuring muscles stay relaxed and properly responsive rather than tense and cramp-prone. A standard banana supplies about 400 mg of potassium, making it a solid option for maintaining muscle health. Do all bananas offer the same potassium boost and benefits? Not exactly. Larger or very ripe bananas contain higher sugar levels, while smaller or slightly unripe ones pack more resistant starch, helping with slower digestion, an advantage for blood sugar management. If you're watching your carb intake or managing diabetes, go for small, firm bananas. They offer potassium benefits without the high sugar punch. Can bananas tackle both muscle cramps and issues like nerve irritation? Absolutely. While potassium specifically aids muscle contraction, bananas also bring a bit of vitamin B6, which supports nerve health. This combination is especially valuable if you're dealing with cramping, tingling, or mild neuropathy. The easiest way for seniors to work bananas into their diet? They're simple to digest and versatile, making them ideal for breakfast or snack anytime. You can slice a banana over your oatmeal, blend it into a smoothie with spinach and Greek yogurt, or have it with a handful of nuts for a potassium, protein, and magnesium-rich snack that helps muscle health. But should you be concerned about eating bananas for cramps? For most people, bananas are a safe and helpful choice. Still, anyone with chronic kidney disease or very high blood sugar should be cautious, because too much potassium or sugar could lead to issues. If those conditions apply, avocados or leafy greens can provide similar potassium benefits. Now, why are avocados even better than bananas for preventing leg cramps? While bananas are famous for potassium, avocados actually have more of both potassium and magnesium, two minerals that are vital for muscle function. A single avocado packs more potassium than a banana and also delivers healthy fats that promote nerve function and ease inflammation. So, avocados aren't just another fruit. They offer broader support for your body. How do the fats in avocados help with muscles? Their monounsaturated fats play a role in reducing inflammation throughout the body. This matters, especially for seniors, because less inflammation means lower risk of muscle tightness and nerve irritation. These fats also help the body absorb fat-soluble vitamins, such as vitamin D, which quietly supports calcium balance and helps muscles contract. Is magnesium as vital as potassium when it comes to warding off cramps? Without a doubt, magnesium gently soothes muscles, quieting nerve signals that would otherwise trigger painful spasms. Yet, magnesium deficiency is common among seniors, sometimes because of the medications they must take, sometimes simply because their bodies don't absorb nutrients as well as they once did. Eating foods rich in magnesium, like avocados, may help correct this imbalance and bring some relief from persistent cramps and spasms, though the struggle remains ongoing. As for joint pain and arthritis, avocados offer more than minerals. They contain phytosterols and antioxidants such as lutein, which research suggests can ease inflammation and stiffness in the joints. For seniors wrestling with both leg cramps and the relentless ache of arthritis, avocados provide a rare bit of comfort, though it can feel like a small consolation amid larger changes. How might seniors add avocados to their routines for the most impact? Their versatility as a small mercy, mashed on whole grain toast, blended into a green smoothie, or scattered over a simple salad. They fit easily into many meals. Paired with foods rich in magnesium or calcium, avocados can gently support muscles and nerves. Still, there is a caveat: because they're dense in calories and fat, it's necessary to keep an eye on portion sizes, especially for those watching their weight. The hope is that small, mindful choices can add up to tangible comfort, even if nothing returns things fully to how they once were. Avocados are rich in potassium, so seniors with kidney issues should talk to their doctor before eating them regularly. For most people, having half an avocado several times a week is a good amount. How do avocados stack up against other foods on this list that help combat cramps? Unlike many other potassium or magnesium sources that don't contain healthy fats, avocados are a well-rounded option. They provide electrolytes, anti-inflammatory agents, and heart-friendly fats, which make them a standout choice for seniors looking to naturally prevent leg cramps. Moving on to spinach, what sets it apart from other leafy greens when it comes to cramp prevention in older adults? Spinach goes beyond being a basic salad ingredient. It's loaded with magnesium, but there's more. Spinach is also a natural source of nitrates, which can boost circulation, particularly in the legs and lower body, areas where cramps often develop at night. How do these nitrates work to ease leg cramps? The body converts nitrates in spinach into nitric oxide, which widens blood vessels and improves blood flow. Enhanced circulation ensures that muscles get more oxygen and nutrients, which can help ward off spasms, lower muscle fatigue, and speed up recovery, crucial for seniors with slower circulation. Since many seniors have sensitive digestion, should they opt for raw or cooked spinach? While eating raw spinach is fine now and then, cooking it lowers the oxalate content, compounds that can make it harder to absorb magnesium and calcium. Muscle recovery can be more challenging for seniors, especially when slower blood flow or lingering aches become part of daily life. Many older adults struggle with delicate digestion too, adding another layer of worry about what foods will sit well. The question of whether to eat spinach raw or cooked becomes more than a culinary choice. It's almost a small strategy for comfort. Though a fresh spinach salad might seem harmless in tiny portions, gently steaming or sautéing spinach actually breaks down oxalates that could complicate how the body absorbs crucial minerals like calcium and magnesium. Cooking spinach, in its quiet way, helps those essential minerals become a little more available, supporting weary muscles that seem to cramp or spasm more often as the years pass by. For those restless nights when leg cramps disrupt sleep, spinach offers a glimmer of relief. Its magnesium content encourages muscle relaxation and steadier nerves, two things increasingly missed as restful sleep becomes elusive. Sometimes, something as small as a simple spinach snack before bed can help reduce the chance of jarring midnight pain. Though, of course, the promise is modest. When watching sodium as a constant concern, spinach still manages to be gentle. It offers very little sodium and quite a lot of potassium, helping to level out bodily minerals without putting more strain on the heart. For older adults needing to cut back on salt, yet still aching for some nutritional support, spinach quietly steps in, reliable but always a little overlooked. Incorporating spinach into a senior's diet doesn't require much fuss. It fits almost anywhere: swirled into a soup, folded into omelets, blended into smoothies, or simply warmed as a side. Pairing spinach with vitamin C-rich foods, such as bell peppers or a squeeze of lemon, can even coax a bit more iron out, possibly helping with energy and blood health, though such benefits often feel hard-won. In these subtle, practical ways, spinach does what it can, though sometimes, for all its effort, the moments of relief feel just a little too fragile. How does spinach enhance the benefits alongside bananas and avocados as already described? While bananas are known for their high potassium content and avocados stand out for their healthy fats, spinach contributes by providing magnesium as well as circulation-boosting nitrates. This combination gives you a well-balanced mix. Bananas deliver a quick potassium dose. Avocados support anti-inflammation and help absorb fat-soluble nutrients. Spinach supplies magnesium and helps stimulate blood flow. It's like drafting your own all-star team against cramps, each ingredient tackling a different aspect. Pumpkin seeds. How can such a tiny seed make a big difference for leg cramps? Size can be deceiving. Pumpkin seeds pack some of the highest concentrations of magnesium found in any food. Just 1 ounce covers almost 40% of your daily magnesium requirements, making them a powerful and convenient option to fight cramps. Why is the magnesium in pumpkin seeds particularly beneficial for older adults? Pumpkin seeds provide magnesium in a plant-based, easily absorbed form that helps regulate nerve impulses and muscle movements, which is especially valuable for preventing cramps in the legs. Can pumpkin seeds also aid sleep and not just help with cramps? Absolutely. Besides magnesium, they offer tryptophan, an amino acid involved in producing serotonin and melatonin, two hormones key to restful sleep. This dual benefit makes pumpkin seeds a smart snack for anyone dealing with nighttime cramps or trouble drifting back to sleep afterward. Are pumpkin seeds superior to magnesium supplements? Whole pumpkin seeds not only deliver magnesium in a natural form, but also offer fiber, healthy fats, and other micronutrients that supplements lack. While supplements can provide a targeted magnesium boost in cases of deficiency, pumpkin seeds give you broader overall nutrition and may be easier for the body to process, especially when consumed as part of a regular diet. Magnesium from food, the kind lurking in pumpkin seeds, tends to slip more easily into the body than its supplement counterpart, carrying with it a host of other dark gifts: zinc, fats, antioxidants. Swallowing capsules might fill in some blanks, but pumpkin seeds? They offer a more sinister harmony, winding magnesium into your blood in a way both natural and complete, letting you sidestep the dangers of overdose, so long as you show restraint. If you crave the full effect, stick to unsalted, dry roasted, or raw pumpkin seeds. Nothing too processed, nothing too safe. Scatter them atop your breakfast, blend them into thick green smoothies, or toss a handful into salads. At night, by the hush of your bedside lamp, take a spoonful. Let the seeds work their quiet magic, perhaps keeping the crawling ache of cramps from your legs, seducing you into a slumber deeper than you expect. The story doesn't end with cramps. Magnesium seeps into your nerves too, calming restless legs, that electric tingling, those sharp crawling pinpricks that strike when the world is quiet. The fats laced through these seeds dampen inflammation, muffling the whine of irritated nerves. By fitting pumpkin seeds with banana's sweetness, avocado's creamy richness, and spinach's earthy green iron, you construct not just a meal but a bulwark, each food with its special defense, a ward against the night's discomforts, holding off whatever aches and twisted dreams await. Hidden in the dark, pumpkin seeds offer dense, sleep-inducing magnesium, along with zinc and tryptophan, nutrients rarely found in such potent doses among their peers. Imagine these seeds as silent sentinels during the midnight hours, working unseen to keep your body quiet and prevent the restless twisting of muscle agony beneath your sheets. Move on to salmon and sardines, creatures from cold, deep waters, packed with omega-3 fatty acids. These oils slowly suffocate inflammation, the unseen fuel for chronic cramps and joint pain. Their vitamin D and calcium brew is potent, especially for aging bodies that shudder under the weight of restless nerves. Omega-3s play a chilling role. They mute the signals that agitate nerves and seize your muscles in the night. Older adults who battle both joint torment and cramping will find that these fatty acids not only dampen inflammation, but also subdue the discomfort that shackles movement. Sardines, with their soft, edible bones, promise a rush of calcium, crucial where deficiency lets nerves misfire and muscles lock into painful rigidity. For those who can no longer rely on milk, these tiny fish are a bony, briny alternative that fortifies from the inside out. Vitamin D lurks in this alliance too, assisting the body's absorption of calcium and maintaining the fine balance that staves off muscle terror at night. When winter's darkness robs you of sunlight, it's the flesh of these deep-sea creatures that may keep your nerves from springing cruel surprises as you sleep. Older adults frequently walk under a shadow of vitamin D deficiency, a condition that quietly undermines muscle strength and can trigger agonizing cramps at the most unexpected hours. Fatty fish such as salmon and sardines lurk among the rare natural sources of vitamin D, making them almost indispensable for those who live in the grip of limited sunlight. Can these fish really keep nocturnal and daytime cramps at bay? Undoubtedly. Omega-3's relentless anti-inflammatory power, paired with the stabilizing influence of calcium and vitamin D, brings a strange, almost sinister stillness to restless muscles. Whether cramps seize you in the daylight or ambush you from the dark while you sleep, these nutrients work relentlessly, hidden deep within, striving to pacify restless muscle fibers. How often should one dare to summon these benefits with salmon or sardines? Consuming fatty fish twice a week is the prescription. Perhaps the salmon fillet, grilled to charred perfection, or a can of sardines, gleaming with oil atop toast or salad. Should the hunt for fresh fish prove fruitless, fear not. Frozen or canned versions are equally potent in delivering what your body craves. But if the thought of fish turns your stomach, options do narrow. Fish oil supplements may offer the ghostly embrace of omega-3s, but do not possess the same convergence of vitamin D and calcium that sardines conceal within their flesh. There are plant-based shadows, like algae-derived omega-3s, but to harness their full effect, one must pair them with foods rich in calcium, such as dark leafy greens, a patchwork solution lacking the singular power of the original. There's another plant-based choice, algae-derived omega-3. But once again, it needs to be paired with calcium-rich foods like dark leafy greens or fortified plant milks to even approach the comprehensive benefits provided by fish, which can feel like a losing game for some. Now, yogurt. Yogurt isn't just tasty, it's also packed with calcium. It's gentle on the stomach, which makes it a small comfort for older adults who may struggle to get enough calcium from vegetables or fish. How is yogurt different from sources like sardines or greens? Unlike sardines, yogurt is milder, easier to fit into daily meals, breakfast, snacks, smoothies. But that lightness sometimes comes with a sense of lack, as if something more substantial is always just out of reach. Compared to greens, yogurt gives a denser dose of easily absorbed calcium, something needed, yet often overlooked. Many yogurts also come with vitamin D, which helps with calcium uptake, creating a fleeting moment of balance in each spoonful. Although, for some, that balance can feel fragile. Can yogurt offer more than relief from muscle cramps? Certainly, especially Greek yogurt, which brings a generous supply of protein to help mend worn muscle fibers and keep fading strength intact, reminders of days when the body didn't protest as much. Yogurt is full of probiotics too, offering the hope of better gut health, and with it, maybe improved absorption of minerals like magnesium and potassium, which are necessary to ward off those relentless cramps. Is Greek yogurt a better pick than regular yogurt for older adults? Absolutely. Greek yogurt nearly doubles the protein, has less sugar, and contains more potassium than its regular counterpart. Yet even with these advantages, there's an unspoken sense of chasing, never quite catching. What was once effortless, it's thicker and creamier than regular yogurt, often providing a deeper sense of satisfaction. A small comfort for seniors aiming to nourish themselves, but still watch their calorie intake. The smooth, luxurious texture almost feels like a treat, especially when paired with toppings that might ease nighttime muscle cramps. A handful of nuts, some seeds, maybe a few fleeting berries. But for those who struggle with lactose intolerance, things can feel a bit more complicated. Fortunately, Greek or lactose-free yogurts tend to be gentler, though it's a quiet compromise. One more adjustment in a long line of dietary changes. There are plant-based yogurts too, made from almond, coconut, or soy, fortified to help make up for what the body can no longer easily absorb. Each spoonful aims to fill a gap, especially when muscle cramps have become yet another nighttime visitor, eroding rest. Calcium can help calm anxious, restless muscles, and the ritual of an evening serving of yogurt with magnesium-rich toppings, say pumpkin seeds or almonds, can bring a little hope for an undisturbed night. Eggs, for their part, are praised for quality protein, but their real gift in this context is vitamin B12. As people age, B12 becomes harder to absorb, and its absence whispers through the body. Nerves misfire, muscles ache, or seize in the dark. B12 sustains nerve health and red blood cell production, both crucial for oxygen delivery and muscle control. When levels are low, muscles betray you with cramps, tingling, and uncomfortable restlessness, especially at night when shadows feel heavy. As for your question, vitamin B12 helps the body maintain healthy nerves, supporting the protective lining that allows signals to travel smoothly from brain to muscle. It also helps form red blood cells, delivering oxygen where it's needed, which is essential for muscle movement and comfort. Without enough, these delicate systems falter, and discomfort becomes part of the routine. Vitamin B12 quietly safeguards the insulation wrapped around your nerves, allowing commands from your brain to pass through the darkness to your limbs, swift and uninterrupted. As the years erode the body's ability to absorb this nutrient, those growing older become especially vulnerable, sometimes without any warning at all. Eggs lurk in the kitchen as a deceptively simple remedy for deficiency, an easy fix for an invisible threat. But is the clinical cleanliness of egg whites enough, or must you consume the whole egg to defend yourself? If you crave only protein and recoil from cholesterol, the whites can seem reassuring, pure, yet the real ammunition, vitamin B12, vitamin D, the fats that sustain life, are hidden away in the yolk like secrets behind a shell. Those haunted by cholesterol fears often compromise one whole egg to unleash the yolk's power, then extra whites for bulk, hoping to keep illness at bay. And if your body aches after exertion, or muscles stiffen with age, eggs emerge again as allies, or maybe sentinels, on your plate. Their complete proteins handle every stage of muscle renewal, piecing torn fibers together in the dead of night, keeping cramps and weakness at a distance. Whether you hobble, stretch, or endure the slow grind of physiotherapy, it's strange to realize that something as common as an egg works ceaselessly beneath the surface, holding the shadows back for another day. Why bother with eggs when age creeps in and the body begins its slow rebellion, muscles withering, energy flickering out, balance giving way to the cold floor, fatigue, and clumsy steps often traced back to bodies starved of strength, drained of the vital spark, or hollowed out by lingering deficiencies. Yet eggs lurk in the diet as a near-perfect fuel dense with protein, B12, and vitamin D, all quietly working to steady the nerves and prop up dwindling energy, warding off collapse for another day. When mingled with foods like yogurt or spinach, they forge a breakfast dense in sustenance, eating away at frailty and bolstering both muscles and the nervous system. But preparation can be a matter of survival. Seniors are better off with cooking methods that won't leach away nutrients, boiled, poached, or just barely scrambled with a little olive oil, avoiding the trap of butter-slick pans or the heavy salinity of bacon and sausage that can poison already fragile systems. Eggs are particularly dangerous allies in combination with other cramp-banishing foods. Spinach for its magnesium, sweet potatoes for potassium, a slice of whole grain bread for fiber, and B vitamins, building a breakfast that strengthens against the encroaching decay. Coconut water, named by some as nature's sports drink, offers its own line of defense, naturally saturated with electrolytes like potassium, magnesium, sodium, and calcium. It fortifies muscles against seizing and dehydration, fending off cramps that stalk those who run low on minerals or become lost in side effects. Water is pure, but offers no shield for failing muscles, while commercial sports drinks conceal lurking sugars and chemical imposters, threatening those with brittle bodies or high blood pressure. To stand your ground against creeping frailty, select gentle cooking, steer away from excess salt and grease, and choose companions for your eggs and drinks that reinforce your sinews and stave off frailty for one more dawn. Coconut water is a milder, lower sugar drink that gently hydrates and naturally replaces lost minerals. While potassium is the primary mineral in coconut water that combats leg cramps, boasting about 600 mg in just one cup, exceeding that of a banana, it isn't the only one. Magnesium, calcium, and sodium are also present, though in smaller amounts, providing a mix of minerals to address different causes of cramps. For those who rely on diuretics to manage blood pressure or heart conditions, especially many older adults, the risk of losing important electrolytes like potassium and magnesium is high, often leading to persistent cramping. Coconut water can quietly help restore these minerals, offering a softer approach compared to stronger, more overwhelming supplements. As for timing, coconut water's gentle support works either during the day or before sleep. Sipping a glass after mild exercise or in the quiet evening may help replenish electrolyte levels, possibly reducing the chance of battling cramps alone in the night. It's also useful for recovering from sweat loss or dealing with medication side effects that cause increased urination. However, even something as harmless seeming as coconut water can present risks if consumed regularly by seniors. Conditions like kidney issues or a need to restrict potassium can turn this soothing remedy into something less helpful. Even with all its promise, relief sometimes feels just out of reach, leaving behind only the hope that small comforts like coconut water might help ease the burden. Coconut water is usually harmless for most, but its high potassium content can be risky for seniors with chronic kidney disease or certain heart conditions. Those struggling with these issues should probably check with their doctor before making coconut water a daily ritual. And with so many sweetened brands on the shelf, Picking the plain, unsweetened versions is a small act of self-preservation. Otherwise, that extra sugar ends up becoming its own problem. Turning to sweet potatoes, they stand out, almost quietly, in the produce aisle. They're one of the few foods that combine potassium, magnesium, and calcium in one humble, earthy package. Their gentle strength lies in helping seniors restore electrolytes naturally, without leanings on pills or processed drinks. Connections to wellness that often feel a little out of reach as the years go by. Whether they're baked or mashed, sweet potatoes can easily surpass bananas in potassium, sometimes providing over 500 mg in a single serving. Their slow-burning carbs help steady blood sugar, a lifeline for those whose bodies have grown sensitive to dietary swings. On the inflammation front, sweet potatoes hold subtle power. Their antioxidants, including beta-carotene and vitamin C, quietly soothe the aches of sore muscles and stiff joints, companionship for anyone living with a stubborn pain of cramping or arthritis. Magnesium eases the muscles, and the antioxidants work to ease the inflammatory storms that tend to linger with age. As for when to eat them for muscle support, lunchtime or dinner is a gentle choice, especially paired with a source of protein and some healthy fat. This way, seniors can take advantage of both their nutrient content and their energy-sustaining carbs, perhaps making the long afternoons and evenings a little easier, and the nights a little less restless. Sweet potatoes are deceptively adaptable, their sweet flesh a common presence on any table, from breakfast to the final meal before night falls. At dinner, they take on an even more vital role, delivering complex carbohydrates and minerals that promise relief from the writhing grip of nocturnal muscle cramps, luring you into a safer, deeper sleep. When matched with eggs or fish, they form a complete meal designed to ward off the silent torment of cramps, weaving a protective barrier as darkness creeps in. But to keep their protective nutrients, especially potassium and vitamin C, intact, baking or steaming is your best bet. Boiling risks bleeding those minerals into the water, as though some unseen force draws the nourishment away. Repurpose the discarded water for soups or stews, lest the nutrients be lost to the drain. For those who seek even greater defense, drizzle your sweet potatoes with cinnamon and Greek yogurt, an antidote of potassium, calcium, and protein against the night's unseen horrors. 10 almonds. These are no ordinary magnesium source. While spinach and seeds offer their own defense, almonds bring with them more than just minerals. They conceal vitamin E, healthy fats, plant-based protein, and calcium, creating a formidable shield for muscle recovery and blood flow. Shelf-stable and ever-present, they wait in the shadows for those who need a quick, reliable guardian against fatigue. Vitamin E stands as a watchful sentinel, protecting vulnerable muscle cells from hidden oxidative threats that grow ever more menacing with age, staving off inflammation and untimely exhaustion. Almonds quietly assist in keeping blood moving, ensuring precious oxygen and nutrients reach the muscles before anything sinister can take hold. A lack of circulation, after all, can summon spasms and cramps in the dead of night. Or, as you push your body through the daylight hours, can almonds protect you from both daytime and nocturnal cramping? Indeed, they drip-feed slow, enduring energy and crucial minerals that help keep muscle function stable, staving off attacks at any hour. Grabbing a few almonds in the afternoon could fend off those sudden, activity-induced cramps. Eating a handful before bed, perhaps with yogurt or fruit, might cloak your muscles in calm and guard against the kind of nighttime leg cramps that ambush you in the dark. When it comes to roasted versus raw almonds, both can act as your shield, with raw or dry roasted unsalted almonds offering the greatest defense by keeping most of their nutrients intact. Salted or oil-roasted versions might betray you, smuggling in sodium or unhealthy fats, especially risky for older adults already haunted by high blood pressure. Keeping it simple means keeping safe. As for how much to consume before inviting another kind of trouble, a modest handful, 10 to 15 almonds each day, supplies solid amounts of magnesium and good fats without slipping into excess. For seniors who find portion control challenging, it might help to set aside small bags of almonds in advance, or sprinkle them into smoothies, salads, or a bowl of oatmeal. So here we are at the end of the list. 10 foods, each meant to offer some hope in this ongoing struggle with leg cramps. Bananas offer a burst of potassium, almonds quietly provide magnesium and antioxidants, and every item on this list tries, in its own way, to help. Calling it just a menu seems too simple. It feels more like a small collection of strategies patched together out of necessity. When cramps hit, it isn't entirely random. Most of the time, It's your body's way of quietly pleading for something it's missing. Maybe nutrients, hydration, better circulation, or a break from inflammation. This list doesn't depend on medication or quick fix. Instead, it's an attempt to patch the holes with food, hoping that gradual changes can dull the sharp edge of discomfort. Each food fits a piece of the puzzle. Bananas and sweet potatoes try to refill potassium stores, aiming to keep muscles from seizing. Avocados and almonds offer up magnesium and healthy fats in hopes of soothing nerves and letting aches fade, even just a little. Spinach and pumpkin seeds are there for the hidden mineral gaps you didn't ask for. Salmon and sardines fight against inflammation, while yogurt and eggs aim to rebuild with protein and B12, like trying to reinforce a wall with whatever materials are left. Coconut water quietly replaces lost electrolytes. One more defense against dehydration and the cramps it brings. Taken together, it's an imperfect but genuine attempt to find comfort in daily choices. For those who deal with these nagging pains, each meal becomes one more chance to stave off another restless night. If you felt any comfort or found any answers in this, your thoughts matter to us. Leave a comment or a question, or just let us know what you'd want to hear about next. If you want to see more, subscribing will make sure you don't miss it. But there's an